Spending any amount of time with you, Mart, just even casually, it's obvious you're a very values-driven guy. I mean, it comes up in your language. There's principles of life that you actually literally live by. How do you begin to pass that onto the next generation? You speak about that as many of this coming from your own parents, their parents. How do you then take that handoff and execute it appropriately to your own children?
Yeah, about 5 years ago, we were asking this question, how do we pass values down? We have generation 3, my kids, and now generation 4 is starting to be born. And so those are issues you think about. We all want to think about legacy and succession planning. So we thought, we don't have a mission statement as a family, so why don't we get together? So Gen 1, my parents, and Gen 2, because our kids were younger at that age, we got together and sat down and says, what are we about? What are our values? And so we wrote all these values out. So it's 2 pages worth. Then we said, well, what's our vision statement? Let's get a mission statement. Let's make sure the mission statement is real simple, easy to remember, and all that. And that's where we come up with love God intimately, live extravagant generosity, And man, if you do those 2 things, we think that's going to be powerful. So I actually have a coin in my pocket that I carry that has that on it. I print one. Once a year, our family gets together. We have a family meeting, and we talk. If somebody marries in, I also have a Bible that's custom made for our family that has a world on it that only people in the world who has it is our family, because I found a custom piece of leather. I put it over a Bible, and every family member signs mine. And when they marry in the family, we sign theirs as a way to say, hey, this book is what we're going to base our life on. I have a coin that's in my pocket, love God intimately, live extravagant generosity. It's just so symbols and things to do. Our kids have to make their own choice, and that's their decision to make. But we just want to make sure that the water's kind of flowing really strong this way. You almost have to swim upriver not to serve the Lord and to do that. So those are things. And once a month, we have 35 family members now that live in Oklahoma City. That's a lot of birthday parties to go to. And so once a month, the second Sunday of every month, we have a dinner together, a lunch together. We all come together, and if it's your birthday, you've got to stand up and tell us what's going on in your life, what's happening, and all that stuff. And then we'll have 3 family members affirm you and say, hey, here's what I see in Uncle Steve, or here's what I see in Grandma. Here's what she means to me, and all that kind of stuff. So it's just a way to...
Very intentional.
Very intentional.
Hearing a lot of intentionality, a lot of tradition, a lot of blessing.
Yeah, because what happens is if you marry into this family and you don't work in the business, you sometimes feel like you're not part of the family. And so that was a situation that really drove us 5 or 6 years ago to 2, is to say, whoa, no, family's more important than business, but if I'm not part of the business, I can't get in the conversation. So this once-a-month meeting is more about family and all that stuff. So we're still business people. We still talk business quite a bit of stuff, but this was a way that I felt like we were able to bring some in that felt like they were kind of on the edges.
What's been the response in terms of the people who are not necessarily Green family members? Obviously, they married in. What's been the response to some of these traditions?
Yeah, it's been fun because they've been in charge of them. So it's easy for them because they know what they feel, what they want, and all that stuff. Because when you're an insider, you don't know what it feels to be an outsider. So actually, some of these are the ones that host the meetings every month, and they do that stuff. So it's been great to see them, so they feel a part. And they realize this is the most important part. If the business went away, our family's never going away. We're family. We're always going to be family. And so it gives them the value of knowing they add to the value of the family. And again, they understand what it feels like to be and how do you assimilate into a family. And so it's been great for them.